kneeling hip thrusts. As you can see, I'm starting off with my glutes down on top of my heels. My ankle is in quite a heavily dorsiflexed position. I've got my toes tucked under. I'm comfortable here. However, it's not going to be comfortable for everyone. If you find that it's a little bit too harsh on your toes, then you can point your toes away in a more of a plantar flex position. Also, you might not be able to get down with your glutes down to the heel. The knees might be a bit uncomfortable, so you just come down to your point of range where there's no pain or discomfort. I'm just going to play this through for a few repetitions so you can see what we're looking to achieve, and that is to keep a nice neutral spine and to hinge at the hip. So I'm going to stop that there. So a nice neutral spine. We're going to look for alignment for the ear, the shoulder coming down through the hip. The hip is where we're moving. We're not going to be moving at the lower back. Look to keep your chin neutral and packed down. Strong brace as well, the abdominals. So I'm looking to drive the abdominals down. My pelvis is going to be rolled back slightly. So we want the 2 points to meet. I'm going to play this back through for a few repetitions and slow it down to half speed. So sitting back down, watch where the movement's coming from. It's all through the hips, not the lower back. Where it goes wrong is where the rib cage flares up, so I'm going to stop that there. Watch now, the rib cage has come up. My pelvis will be rolled forward, and watch what's happening in my lower back. It's nicely arched. So the movement, that's where the movement is happening. This is not what we want. I'm going to play that through for a few repetitions. We're still at half speed. So the rib cage is flaring up. A lot of pressure going through the lower back. So what we want to try and do is to correct the lower back position, and we can influence that by repositioning the rib cage and the pelvis, which will then cause the lower back to flex slightly and to become into more of a neutral position. So watch now, I'm drawing down the rib cage and rolling my pelvis back. Watch that again. So I'm going to draw down. Just going to slow that down. So watch what my rib cage does. I'm going to draw this down. I'm going to roll the pelvis back. So that's where the rib cage is flared. I'm going to draw down the rib cage, roll my pelvis back. Watch my lower back here. Watch the movement. That's the flared position. Draw it down. Now it's locked. Now we've got a strong brace. Once we're in that position, it's not going to move now. I'm just going to move at the hip. That's where you can sit back down. Driving back up nice and tall, and then squeezing your glutes at the top. Sitting back down. Watch the chin position. Not moving all the way through. All the movement's happening at the hip. It's a nice way to stretch out the quads as well at the top. Breathing out on the effort.